Good morning and welcome to the Bee Peaked Beekeeping channel, where we love to do everything beekeeping. We are on Thursday the 16th of July 2026. We are doing colony inspections today. We're going to start with the first colony in the apiary. So you can see, here they are. There's a brood box here. So it's a 14 by 12 brood box, so it's a bit deeper than the standard national. It can hold another 50% worth of frame. We have a floor at the bottom. They're currently open with the entrances, and they have mesh on the bottom. Then we have a honey storage super on top. Notice there's no queen excluder, so the queen can get up there, but this comb isn't the greatest of combs and kind of needs fixing and tidying up, so that's why I just let it be open. I do freeze on my frames during winter anyway, so any chance of wax moth or anything in any potential brood cells does get eliminated. Let's check the front of the colony. There were bees coming in until I stood in front of the hive. You can see them all. They're kind of all coming in now because I was standing in the way. Coming in, that's pollen. So notice the bees are kind of coming in nice and squarely. They're not drifty bees. Drifty bees are often robber bees. So robber bees are looking to empty out the hive of all of its honey. I've had a quick walk through all of the apiary so far and haven't seen any signs of robbing, but it is nice and early in the morning. Right, let's pop you on the stand. Let's see what's inside. Right, so this was the queen excluder that they had last week that was underneath them. They're kind of up here. They've built something in the middle to kind of bridge the gap, I guess. Yeah, so there's kind of something funky going on here. That's the support, actually, because obviously this sags when it's in the actual colony box. So we always check the inside of the crown board, or what is the queen excluder on top in this instance, just in case the queen has made it up for some reason. She's trying to escape randomly through the top. I'm going to pop that near the front, just because they're not using it anyway. And then this here is our crown board. So this kind of effectively is the top of the tree if they were in a tree. Nicely made of wood. So let's check the inside of the crown board. Make sure there's no queenie on here. I believe she is marked, so she's a good kind of 6 weeks old. That's fine. I'm going to pop that out the front as well, just in case. Now, we do have quite a lot of bees up here. Let's see, let's pick one of these ones that's got lots of bees on it. You can see from here, kind of the bird's eye view isn't too bad actually. So still some junky combs in the end that I didn't use last year. Those are okay, they seem to be tidying up those on that end. I don't expect anything to come of it this year. That frame is actually dead. Might just whip that out and try and respace it a bit. That's not a good one. So within a super, you should have at a minimum 9. You can fit 11 in it. 10 is a good frame spacing. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there's 12 in here, so just way too many. So I'm actually going to take this one out because that looks just ultimately junky, and that's why. It's just old and dying, so that can come out. Don't bother fixing that, girlies. And also I think we've got quite a bad one on this end. Yeah, that's just a dead one actually. The frame is dead anyway, so get rid of that. And we can just respace all of these. Try and respace these into, well, 10 frames ideally. Yes, they're kind of tidying up some of the old combs. Right, let's check the ones in the middle that they're working well stuck down, so they get stuck down with the propolis glue that builds them all together. Yeah, so they are kind of working to fix that frame. It actually had a few holes in it at some point. We just need to be conscious that there might be queenie up here. Okay, definitely doing a good job cleaning that up. As you can see, they're building out the cells. It's not perfectly straight, but they are building them out. They're building them out with what looks like drone cells. So drone cells are a bit bigger, so worker cells are smaller. You can see worker over here. and drone cells are bigger, so drones take a bit longer to make. They're 24 days, not 21 days. As the spacing is a bit off on this because I've manually spaced it. You will get those odd, slightly wider frames. Let's see what's happened in this one. Okay. Oh wow, geez, that's got definite weight to it. And they've capped it full of honey storage, so they are coming up here. Yeah, totally capped full of honey storage. You can see all those little worker bums as they're consuming the honey because it's quite early in the morning. And let's try and respace this next one. I didn't squash anyone, I was nice and careful. Let's just move everything out a bit. Yeah, so they're building comb against comb, so the spacing was off there. Trying to avoid that. Okay, this one is being built out. That's that bit of comb that I just took off the next frame, so let's just tidy this up. Girlies, you don't want that there. It's a massive inconvenience to the beekeeper. Okay, then if we look at the next frame, we see actually what went wrong with the spacing, because there's not actually wax on it. So they're kind of building up that middle section, which would be great, and it's kind of in line with the wiring. Well done, girlies. Let's try and straighten it up just a tiny bit. Might get rid of this. I can't get rid of the random comb, it's just not supported enough. So, I mean, I think these frames will probably be recycled out anyway at the end of the year. So let's move down. I'm just going to leave them like that. I'm not going to bother putting the queen excluder back on. They can quite happily move backwards and forwards. In fact, Queenie hasn't gone up there, so no issues there. Weight wise, weighs like a frame and a half of nectar. Bee quantities within the main brood box. Wonderful, we're looking really good. Girlie's tidying up there. That's obviously going to make a perfect thumbnail. So they're just consuming the nectar or the honey that was on that frame. It looks like probably nectar, it's quite light. Anyway, so that's all going well. They are covering all frames, so certainly in a good place. I haven't seen any wasps. I saw one wasp last week, in fact, in the next hive. Right. Oops, girlies, no. Stop. I literally didn't squeeze anyone. Nothing went wrong on that one. Right, let's check this out. Massive slab of stores there. So the honey stores for the winter. They could start taking those up, would be ideal. So we've got cap stores here. So that's actual honey that's been, the humidity's been reduced down to kind of 18%, so they cover it over. And then there's nectar in here, and then the rest of it is just this lovely honeycomb that they're drawing out quite happily. I'm going to swizz this around. I'll swizz it around as I put it back. Sorry, let's have a quick look for Queenie. I should have really done that before doing the description bit. Nope, no Queenie on that. As I said, I believe that she is marked, so we will find her relatively easily. I always start from the back side, it just seems easier. Okay. Everyone's a little bit jumpy today. Okay, and you're all in and amongst my fingers, which I don't enjoy. I haven't been bitten by this one this year. I did get bitten by the one a couple along, but not this one. Okay, so second frame in, we've actually got brood in there. So there's little tiny C-shaped larvae. You should be able to see those now. And if we hit the other side, we've just got stores going into this side. So they're kind of on that second frame now, working their way out. I might just give them a little blast of the smoker. They're getting a little bit buzzier and they're a little bit jumpy. Slightly annoying. Come on, smoker. a little bit. I just want to kind of clear the air. We do have a bit of random wax on these as well, which we could tidy up. Put it in the wax pot for later. It'll all get rendered down towards the end of the year. Okay, bit of a lighter frame, so that would probably signify that it's either got nothing on it or loads of brood. Check out that. Loads of brood it is. So we've got brood coming out there to there. There's a bit of drone brood here. So drone brood is a bit bigger, the cells are a bit bigger. So she can lay up eggs in there. Unfertilised eggs make male bees. Fertilised egg, worker bees. Okay, that's all looking good. So C-shaped larvae, they all look okay. They're a nice colour, they're a good white colour, which is what we're looking for. Pearly whites. Lovely. No complaints there, girlies. Okay, it's a good patch of brood there. They are backfilling some in the middle, so they're putting stores where the emerged brood has come out, which is slightly annoying because Queenie can't lay in there, given the fact that they have an empty super above them and there is no queen excluder. She can technically go anywhere or do anything, but yeah, C-shaped all the way down the bottom. They're trying to hold the heat more at the bottom than at the top. I'm hoping that everyone's calmed down a bit now. Okay, that's all good. So we're seeing stores and no brood. Surprising. I'd expect to see stores in this frame here. Sorry, I'd expect to see brood in this frame here. It's in the middle of the brood nest. I haven't seen any eggs yet. Unless there were some in that middle frame I had inspected, but I haven't seen any obvious ones yet. I would have expected her to have laid up that midsection by now. Hey girlie, don't sit under the fingers, please. I know you want a fan. Okay, well we have eggs over here. So, tiny eggs. See if we can get those in amongst the bees that are trying to keep them all warm. That's good. I didn't know whether Queenie had just stopped laying for some weird reason. Then we've got C-shaped larvae in there. Yeah, on the back side we have eggs throughout that section as well. So all is good, all is queen right. I haven't seen any swarm cells or anything yet. I've been looking around the edges as we've been going. Come on guys. Hey, and there is Queenie. Hey Curly, found her. Marked up, she's doing well, she's looking good. Okay, there are eggs in that frame as well. So she has been through here. She's laid this one up as well. On the back side, oh, there's a play cup. So play cupware is where they're practicing. Kind of, can we build one? Annoyingly, I don't want them to build them, so we've passed solstice now, so swarming urge should be down. We're what, 2 or 3 weeks past. Okay, looking good. So that's a nice frame of capped brood there, so it's probably a couple of weeks old, probably got a week left now that it's capped over. Okay, and bees all over it. They're tidying up. So it might even be emerging brood that's coming through. So all these bees are worker bees, so 21 days they take, and then they come out. There's probably a baby bee there. I'm curious just how far this brood goes, because that would say if we can get to this second last frame, then we've definitely got a good number of bees. I'm not expecting to take any honey off this. What's that? Weird frame. Okay, there's a little short frame there. It's covered in honey. So it's a national frame. I might try and move that out. So we've got brood in this section here. She hasn't laid it up. There's pollen as well. So ideally, if I can get this to the outside, that would be useful, because I want to try and circle this one out, although it is like totally full. I can't see any brood on the next one, so maybe she's running out of laying space. I need to try and put this down carefully. We know where she is. She's a few frames over. So okay, so it's got space on it. I'll move this one in, and that last frame there is a bit of space in it as well. And it's stuck to the end. What's this? Jeez. I've well stuck that to the end. Okay, definitely lighter. Right, that's definitely going into the middle so she can have some laying space. And there's doors on that side, but on this side there is nothing. I might bruise up those actual stores so that they can start pulling it down. So returning frames, let's try and get rid of this frame here, because I ideally want that to be on the outside. So note for edit, we need a 14 by 12 frame to go here, a proper 14 by 12 frame. If they carry on filling that, I will actually just spin it, because the extractor can cope with standard national frames. Right, everyone can go down just a little bit, please. Right, over you go. Manual spacing of frames. So in theory, if you bruise up the honey that they've got stored here, they should take it and put it in the super, because they don't like having honey in the middle of the brood nest. Oh, look at that. So if they can ideally remove that and put it into the super, that would be great. Please, girlies, thank you. So if I'm going to put it just underneath the bit that they're working on the super, and then if they move all that, they can then start laying in that space. Right, pop all of this back. You can hear that frenzy. I think they can smell all of the now what is open honey. Gloves aren't doing me any good today, are they? We've literally got a massive slab of stores on this last frame, which I'm going to turn round. So on the outer side, it's pretty much capped to the bottom, inner side capped at the top, so if they can draw that out on the inner side, that would be good. And let's just chuck that super back on top. I can carry on fixing that and working that. I'll manually respace that myself. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sorry, a bit of a longer video than normal, but I'll try and describe everything as I went. And please do comment, like, rate, subscribe and share. I will see you on the next video.